what's up? And then Lee, of course, you know who it is. I just want to stop by and leave this video here. And it's something I've been contemplating and thinking about doing, but I'm at the point in my life to where I'm tired of letting narratives be thrown out, or like, you know what I'm saying, or just things be perceived as one stance and don't even hear at least a side of the person's story, which is my side, even the other person's side, and then even the truth. So I just want to come here to present three sides of the story from my perspective of what has going on in my supposedly been private life. But you know, once all the stuff hit the net, it's not more so private. So I might as well publicly let people know what's going on, just so it's not no narrative speculating about my name once again behind a female or behind anything. So get used to me addressing certain things. A lot of times people say, oh, the best response is quiet, silence, or not to respond to something. But I just be fed up, and it's not even with who I deal with. It's more so fed up with the people and their point of views and how they view people or celebrities as if they're not human and don't have feelings as the next person, you know. So with that being said, I just wanted to address everything I could just let out to so y'all can understand the outlook on the type of relationship I had with Marissa, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, so people can better understand what's really going on. Because I'm going to say it if no one else is. So, to begin, I take full blame, full accountability, full responsibility of all my actions, what I put myself in, and just the outcome of any situation, because within the process of any situation occurring, you always had a chance to separate from it, step out from it, or not to allow something in your presence. With that being said, I learned a new saying recently, and it resonated with what happened in the process of just dealing with a person or dealing with her. And before I even get into depth, lovely woman, best relationship I've ever had. She's the most loving, she's the sweetest, kindest person. So this video ain't to diss her. This video is for y'all to better understand what she's going through and what I'm going through. By far, she is the most brilliant woman I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. I hate when people comfort her in the sense of, or talk down on her and talk about her. She's just very emotional, but she is the most brilliant woman I've ever had. She showed me what loyalty was. She showed me women still cook. You know what I'm saying? She showed me true love, you know what I'm saying? And I'm mature enough to know to say that I wasn't ready for it. But within me saying I wasn't ready for it, not only am I telling y'all that, I always let her know that. I always let her know that from day one. So let me get into depth with just the timeline. First and foremost, I hit her, and the first thing I told her was in her DM, I was like, keep your ring finger open for me. And I never even knew her, never even got the chance to speak to her. I just loved what I saw, you know what I'm saying, from the outside looking in. And I meant it. At that present moment, I meant it, you know what I'm saying? She was going through a breakup during the time, so it took her a while to text me back or whatever. But when she finally did, we used to just get on the phone or whatnot and just chop it up. And every time I talked to her, I always knew it was something she was hiding. And what she was hiding was her feelings. And so the saying that I've learned recently that resonated with the relationship that we had was to never catch a falling knife. And I feel like she caught one as well, because I was in the process of trying to heal from something myself. It wasn't relationship-wise, but hers was a relationship thing, and I had my different journey I was trying to heal from. And I feel like we both took a pit stop. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we both stopped at the same gas station just to fill up, you know what I'm saying, to keep going with our journey. And once we stopped at that gas station, we got distracted from what we was trying to heal from, and we still had traumas, pain, things to do mentally to go within self to conquer, to fight before we could be prepared to jump in something new. I hope y'all understand that. So pretty much, she was coming off a breakup. I was coming off my own, you know what I'm saying, whatever, which is personal to me. I don't really want to share it, you know what I'm saying? So she was coming off a breakup. I was coming off what I was coming off of. But in a sense, I was still more healed than she was, because I just felt it was something, you know what I'm saying? I always felt it was something when I got on the phone with her or whatever. And one day she finally opened up to me and she cried. And it was like one of those cries to where it's a concerning cry. So I'm like, you know what? I said, this not a girl that you just say something to her, you fuck with, oh, you say that, you fuck her, and then you slowly kind of like drift away from her, because that's how I treated a lot of women during that time, because I wasn't ready for no relationship. I knew deep down I wasn't. So in this instance, I said, this girl don't need nobody to fuck her. This girl don't need nobody to mind fuck her, manipulate her. This girl needs somebody that really care for her. This girl needs a friend. And that was my intentions from the very beginning. My heart space from the beginning was to be a friend to her and help her through a time period that was rough for her. That was a rough patch. She didn't know what to do. She told me everything from the standpoint of what was going on, and I could tell, like, if she was being one-sided, I could tell she was telling the whole truth. And within that process, I was like, okay, as men, this is what we do when we know a woman won't move on. So it was like I was pretty much giving her game on what was really going on in her current situation. I'm like, as a male, we do this because we know y'all aren't strong enough to do this, you know? So just letting her know, like, he's doing that because of this, or this is happening because of this. And I feel like a lot of men won't do that if they're trying to get something out of you. But me, I was just trying to be a friend and let her know where the manipulation was and where it wasn't. And within that process, I let her know. And she understood it, but did she take in consideration of certain things for the next go round? I don't know. But the main thing that I told her that she needed to do was learn to love herself. Self-love, self-care. And she'll let you know that off rip. Everything I say, I check out with her. You know what I'm saying? It will validate with her. So I was letting her know, you won't be able to get in nothing. You won't be able it just won't work if you don't love yourself within anything you do, whether it's a job, occupation, whatever. Anything you do, if you don't love yourself and if you don't know your worth, it's not gonna work to your best outcome. So I let her know that. Let her know she needed to learn to love herself, and within the process, I would call her. We would talk every day, and in a sense, I could feel Marissa starting to gravitate more towards me as a partner, which was understandable, because I'd be lying if I didn't say I was I guess leading her on in a sense. But in the process of all of that happening, I was always honest with who I was as a person, because I loved myself regardless of anything. I love myself, so I didn't want to put myself in the same predicament I've already put myself in my past relationships. So it really wasn't leading on. It was just in the sense of just being a friend, and a feeling started to grow more than that from her, and which is understandable. And you know what I'm saying, you can't knock her for it. Happens to a lot of people that some people feelings grow stronger than what it started out to be. So I hope I'm not fucking explaining this shit to the point where y'all don't understand it, because I just want to get everything off my chest, but it's kind of overwhelming because you don't want to miss nothing. But yeah, whatever. So in the process of her, I started to feel she grew feelings. I started to let her know who I was as a person. I said, listen here. I said, I know you starting to grow feelings for me, but I want to let you know who I am as a person, first and foremost. I don't see myself at this time period, with me being 19 years old, with me have not experienced my 20s and all this stuff. I do not see me being just loyal to you. And by loyal, I don't mean the real definition of loyalty. The real definition of loyalty is to have somebody back through whatever. That's what I find. That's what loyalty is to me. Some people value loyalty off if you cheat or if you don't cheat. But in the beginning, I told her, I said, yo, I'm a loyal individual, but I can't sit here and lie to you and say, if I be with you, it's just gonna be you the only person I'm gonna have sex with, or you would be the only partner. And she took it in and she was like, no, that's different. It's different. I appreciate your honesty. Nobody's ever been that honest and straight up with me. If we was to get together, we could work. I think I could work with that. All right, so boom. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, in the process of this, I think I found my match for my present moment self. Because I don't know in the future, 10 years from now, 5, 6, 7 years from now, I may say, okay, I'm done. I don't want to experience sexual relations with this many people or this many people. I probably just want my personal, and that's it. But speaking of me, my present sense, I know who I was as a person, and that comes from loving myself and just knowing myself, and not trying to be a poison to another female. Because I feel like in my past, don't get me wrong, motherfuckers need to take accountability for what they did in the past, but I'm always take accountability for myself. So speaking on my behalf, I know I wasn't the best man, and that's because I was dishonest. I said, if I ever get in another situation, another relationship, I'm gonna be honest, because that's what lets you know what's wrong or right. That's what wrong or right sides with. It's either the lie or the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes down to who's wrong or who's right, it always comes down on what was being truthful from the beginning, or what was being a lie, or what was a lie. Y'all know what I mean? It's hard to say it, but there was one thing I laid out there. I said I don't see myself being just fucking the same person for the rest of my life. And that's understandable for the age I'm at. I'm mature in a lot of areas, but I'd be allowed to say I'm mature in every aspect of life, because everybody can grow from somewhere. My mind is so knowledgeable, so mature, and so advanced. I feel like I'm 50. I don't get along with the average 19-year-old. I don't do what they do. I don't get along with my average peers. I always have sex with people older than me. I always talk to people older than me. I always been the youngest person on the block. You know what I'm saying? All my friends, whatever, all my niggas, whatever, was always 4 to 3 years older than me. I'm always been the youngest in whatever I did, because I always felt I was older than what I was. I grew up quick. I was 12, I was an adult. I had adult problems at 12. Thought I had a baby on the way at 13. Started doing stuff behind a gun at 14. Like, I grew up quick. So, but it's some spaces I'm not maturing, and I accept that. My nose kind of runny. So within that process, I said I couldn't see myself having sex with the same person. And the next thing was, I said, I don't see myself having one wife. And that's another thing. Marissa, she was big on marriage. So I'm like, I had to let her know, like, I don't see myself having one wife. I said, I'll probably marry you, but you would have to, be cool with the simple fact that I believe in polygamy. So you may not be the only person that I would marry. You know what I'm saying? And I let her know that. And she was like, that's different. I feel like that's cool. I feel like that's something I can work on with being open to as well. So hear me out. So this was pretty much the thing, and no disrespect, Marissa was willing to give up all of these things that she felt that she felt was that she was gonna get from just out of life. She felt she was gonna get married, which she probably is. She probably might find that person that is just gonna marry her. But this is pretty much her life. This was pretty much already thought out in her brain. She was gonna get married to somebody that was faithful for her, faithful just to her, build a whole family, and just live happily ever after. And I was telling her, it sounds a bit like a fairy tale because certain things don't always play in that type of sense, or the cards don't sometimes roll out that way, but it's not impossible. But I said, if you're looking from me, my present moment, who I am as today, when I wake up today, you're not gonna find that in me. I let her know that several times, several occasions, and she was cool with it. And she said, well, she was with me in a sense of hope. I feel like she was with me in a sense of hope, and I grew out of it. She was willing to do everything. Did she want to do it? Her mind and her heart wanted to do it, but her soul, that was not what her soul wanted. And in the sense of that, like, I felt wrong. That's why I left. That's why I had to distance myself. Because I'm not ready for that. That's the part of my life I'm not ready for. It's like we was in two different worlds. And it's like every day I had to bring her back into mine to let her know, like, hey, you told me this is what you wanted, this is what you signed up for. You gotta stick with it. If I'm caught up, if me and you say, if I tell you I'm a cheat or whatever, and you say I'm cool with that as long as you take care of home, and which I do, I take care of home, make sure you're right physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything, make sure I'm hands-on with everything. But the littlest bit of peace where I want to do is where I do my dirt at. Because I let you know that, and you approved of it, you signed up for it, you said it was cool. And once I do it, I don't get the peace of mind to do it. I don't feel free, and I don't feel free to who I am as a person. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, you broke up with her, or you broke up with her because you wanted to fuck other bitches." That's wrong. I mean, nah, and it doesn't even just stops right there. It's just the basic sense of freedom. Being free. I'm a free spirit. I don't know, my spiritual people know what a free spirit is. I'm a free spirit. So that's why I gotta blow my fucking nose. If I had to blow my nose, man. But I'm a free spirit, so whenever I don't feel free to what I got going on, it hinders who I am as a person. It hinders my mental. And it doesn't make me who I am. And within that process, I started to revert back to a lot of my old ways that I grew from. And I'm like, this is starting to be a little bit familiar with my past relationships. Certain things triggered me, and I would react. And I will pray to God for forgiveness off the simple fact of I grew from something. I grew from being the person that was a liar, the aggressor, the thug. I grew so much from that. But if I'm around something that doesn't bring me peace or get me out of my character, I cannot be around it. Because first and foremost, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to do anything I'm going to regret. And I got a beautiful life ahead of me. With that being said, me and the maturity and the person I am as a man, I had to separate. I have to separate myself, bro. So, man, I did better this time, and I condemn myself. I remember my first relationship with my baby mother. We both wasn't ready, but we kind of held on, stuck in there, kept going. It was detrimental, and people saw that all over the internet. It was detrimental, sometimes still detrimental. And I take full accountability because I feel like once upon a time, Mariah was the sweetest person to me. But because of who I was as a person, the lies I told, and like I said, I'm just taking accountability for me. Other people did wrong, but I'm speaking on my wrongs. Certain things I did to drive a person bitter. Do it give them the right to be bitter? No, it doesn't. But some people don't have the mental space to not be bitter or to not have spite in their heart. So I take full responsibility for it. A lot of things I did that drove people to a point of bitterness, and it's a thin line between love and hate. You can't fault that. Just as quick as they love you, just as quick as they hate you. So I can't fault that. I can only accept it, keep pushing. But before I let something get back to that point, I'll walk the fuck away. And I gotta do that because the person I am, I can't keep hurting nobody. I really thought being honest was gonna create the freedom of being free, to not feel slaved. I thought me being honest, telling a person who I was as a person was gonna free me to be able to keep my sanity while I had to make another person happy and keep myself happy through this shit that y'all don't even know about, through the shit I already go through. I gotta keep my sanity through that and keep somebody happy when I'm not even happy every day. I cannot do that. I will drive myself crazy, bro. So I separated, and I was the bigger person to do it. I was the stronger one to do it. And of course, the stronger one is going to be the one to look like the asshole. That girl sweet as hell. She's a great girl. She's a gift. She's a blessing. She's an angel. But I just know the timing of who I am and who she is. It's like water and oil. It ain't gonna mix. And I really apologize, and I feel so guilty because at the end of the day, even with me being honest and letting a motherfucker know who I am as a person, or just being this person, to just feel like firstly it wasn't enough. I feel it wasn't appreciated. And I also feel guilty because now she's hurt. She's extremely hurt, and the whole time I used to always tell my mama, I used to be like, Mom, she say she can handle it, but I know she can't. I used to always tell mama that. I used to be like, Mom, she can't handle this shit, bro, and I'm in too deep. And I know by the time I pull the plug, it's gonna be huge because of how long I carried on, knowing that she wasn't gonna be able to understand where I was at, or understand that who I was as a person wasn't gonna change no time soon. And I feel so bad because, and then again, I can't say I was leading it on because I was really just hoping things started to give in. I was like, yo, it's gonna give in. Like Chop, just keep trusting it. But then in the back of my mind, it's like, it's not. Leave. And then it's like, I'm fucking fighting between what's real, what's real, and what I'm trying to make real. And it's like, I didn't know what the fuck was real. I'm like, yo, do I stay or do I Do I leave because it's not getting, I didn't know what the fuck to pick. So I prayed hard. I wrote my prayers down. I prayed hard to God. I sent it up there to him. Prayed every day. She prayed. And I feel like with us putting God first in our relationship, he split us apart and let us know he gave me the strength to do it because he knew that she wasn't going to have the strength to do it. He gave me the strength to, he just gave me the strength to do it. And till this day right now, I just keep praying that he keep giving her the strength to push through. Because I know she's at a low. She's at a real low. I'm at a low, but I know she's lower than what I am. I know that. I know her emotions are all just everywhere, you know. We lost 7. Son had miscarriage. She had a miscarriage, my son. I made a lot of promises to her that I felt are not getting met now. And I feel like an asshole. I feel like an asshole. Then again, I'm like, I was honest, and then I'm like, it's just like I keep falling in between of being an asshole and also, shit, you served your purpose. Like, you did what you could do, and you was better this go around. You was honest. And then it's like I still feel like an asshole, even knowing like that I'm really not an asshole. It's just impossible to explain, and I feel bad about it, and it's weighing heavy on my fucking heart that life is like that. Life is just what life is, I guess. It's just life, bro. I cried a few times, bro. People think it's all sweet on my end, but shit, I'm just as hurt. It hurt me. So, taking the time out to better myself, see what more I can heal from. Took the break to see what else she could pray to God, to see what God guide her to heal from, you know. I pray that when the time is right, she a free agent, I'm a free agent, that we can continue with our life and I can present those promises that I promised her with. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I hope the future has for me and her. But then again, I thought my future was gonna go different from this. I never thought I'd be here talking to this fucking phone about my fucking relationship problems. Like, I really feel like shit corny as fuck. I feel like it's some bitch ass shit. But I feel like something that had to be done. So what the future holds for me, I know it's extremely bright, career-wise. And I know it's extremely bright with my love life. Is Marissa in it? I don't know. I pray it is. I pray she is, with the chemistry we built. I pray that we take time to grow and can just get on the same one accord page. But I know how life work also. Sometimes you grow and you just outgrow everything in general. And it never goes back to that point. That's the scary part about it, and I feel like that's what's scaring her so much. I just got a way with handling and dealing with shit. I'm a little bit stronger with dealing and handling shit. She just not there yet. End of the day, bro, to all the fellas out there, don't catch a falling knife. Even if you honest, wait till the person heal. Wait till you heal. It's like, well, shit. It's crazy how shit come full circle. It's like, It's like I left her at the same place I met her. And that's how I know you gotta go within yourself to fucking heal before you even try to get in something. You have to heal. And the other person has to be healed too. Cause I literally left her at the same place I found her. She's in the exact same place where I first found Marissa at, the same state of mind. Even worse this time though. And I'm in the same space where I found her. Even worse this time though, bro. Ain't that crazy? It's like we was just together a whole year. But we're right back to square one. She's back where I found her, and I'm back where she found me. This is how life works. I guess it was a karmic partner, wasn't a soulmate, twin flame. Something I learned. I learned a lot. I have learned, Heavenly Father. I learned my lesson again. I have learned it. One of those things I learned is just one of them, just the tip of the iceberg, is be honest to the person that really is going to accept that lifestyle. I felt in a sense she was kind of trying to hold on to that just because she was trying to hold on to it because something she needed to hold on at the moment, but she wasn't. The truths I told her, the truth she agreed with, the truth she signed up for, I don't think she was ever gonna mentally and soulfully be prepared and be able to accept that. And even if she was accepted, I feel like I just break her down as the woman she is. Because there's women out there that believe in polygamy. There's women out there that's mindset is already on polygamy. It's kind of different when you try to bring somebody aboard to the lifestyle you live or whatever. So I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I hope that helped. I hope Marissa can give her point of view. I hope I tackled everything and made it flamboyant and made it clear. At the end of the day, bro, she's an amazing woman. So for all those hate comments, all them comments y'all do towards that girl, please hold them, bro. That girl showed me something no other woman ever showed. That woman, she took care of a nigga, bro. She took care of me. Was I at peace? I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not. But she tried. She tried her ass off, and I tried too. But she tried. She was a soldier, a troop, and she stuck in there, she hung in there. And I'm a difficult nigga to deal with. I'm difficult. She stuck in there. Y'all need to respect that girl. I don't care what y'all say. Tell me she 20 this and I'm 19 this. That girl got a good ass heart. A lot of you bitches need to learn from that. Learn from her. It's just she just wasn't ready for the present moment me, and I wasn't ready for the present moment her. If one of us was willing to just be ready for that, this wouldn't even happen. And I just know it wouldn't have been me because like she lived that life. You know what I'm saying? I always used to tell her, I'm like, look, you fucked all the people you fucked up, did all the things you did your 20s. I said, I'm gonna have to do mine. I'm gonna have to live my life too. And she always said, I'm cool and I'm fine with it, but it just hurted me as a person knowing like deep down she wasn't fine with it for real. So running in circles at this point, I'm saying the same thing, man. But it's pretty much all it was, bro. I don't get no it's the best way I could put it. I hope I put it in context the best way. I hope she makes a video, or I hope she does something. And one more thing, I didn't cold turkey her. I tried to still be a friend to her through this process. You know, she turned it down, which is understanding. She said she can't be a friend to somebody she's deeply in love with. I feel like that's one of the reasons why that video of her crying is out. Because she's just trying to really find a way to detach. And she don't have really no one to talk to. So be gentle on her heart. Be gentle on her. She don't really have nobody to vent to at this moment. So she felt the right thing to do was to vent to everybody else. So be gentle with her heart, man. Try to be there as much as I can as a friend, though, if I can get in contact with her. That's it. I feel like I'm leaving something out. That's why I keep talking, but then again, I feel like I've been talking too long. I admit that I'm scared. I admit I'm scared to be painted as a villain. When my intentions is pure. I feel like it always happens to me. All the time. I'm just tired of being a bad guy, bro. I got to let y'all know everything, man. Peace, love, blessings. I'm out. Fuck this shit, man.